I guess I'm done complaining about the price. 2 months with the Bowers & Wilkins Pi7s. Let's talk for a little bit. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So yeah, 2 months with the Bowers & Wilkins Pi7s. And these have grown on me to the point where I don't even care about the price at this point, because that was probably one of my main gripes before. The price and the application and a few other things, the noise canceling. But honestly, I actually have been using them with different phones with aptX capabilities. And currently I'm using it with a new device called the OnePlus Nord N200 5G. Now, this device right here, I went into the equalizer settings and I tweaked the equalizer. And then I coupled it with the Bowers & Wilkins. And wow, I mean, that was one of my gripes with the application for the Bowers & Wilkins, not having an equalizer. But reality is, the aptX is fine. And when I couple it with that beautiful equalizer, I have it tuned just for my ears. These are actually really good. Now, some people have the Pi5s. I've seen some people talking about those and how they sound decent. But I've never experienced the Pi5, so I can't speak on those. But I can tell you the Pi7s with the right equalizer, tuning and adjusting, and the right device, because pretty much all of the devices that I've used it with has aptX. But this device, for some reason, they sound a lot better. The music, the way it comes across in the earbuds now is fantastic. The price of these is still $399. Some people are getting them on for $350 or just lower. Some people said they get them secondhand. I've never disliked these earbuds. My gripe though was just those few things. And once you take those aside, those don't affect the sound quality. Active noise canceling, I think it's okay. It could be a little bit stronger, but reality is, it took me a long time to get to the point where I can decide between I want to use these or rank these, if you will, rank these for sound quality. So I also have the latest Jaybird Vistas 2s. Those earbuds are for fitness, and the IP rating on them helps a little bit, but it also dumbs it down a little bit too, because I found that the sound quality on those, when paired with certain devices, just really doesn't sound that good. But when I'm working out and I'm doing some fitness, that's what I would recommend those for. Not for heavy music enthusiasts. For if you're really into music and you want to have a strong set of earbuds, I can finally say that now I don't have the new Sonys yet. The latest buds I have are the Pixel Bud A series. Fantastic. You've seen my coverage on those. Those only cost 25% of what these cost. They're 99 bucks. These are 400. So that's a whole nother conversation. Those buds are totally worth 100 bucks. But you know, some people who have come across different kinds of people who purchase the Bowers & Wilkins, and these Bowers & Wilkins, with time and with me really giving them a chance and just kind of forgetting about the price. And I know you can't just forget about the price, but if I waste a lot of energy focusing on the price, that doesn't do anything for me, and it almost hinders my ability to be fair across the board with the other parts of these earbuds. And that's just me being 100% honest. I was kind of upset that I thought I was getting more out of these. I always like the sound quality, but now, again, for the third time saying it in this video, I've coupled them with a device where I can adjust the equalizers just right. Now, there are a ton of devices out there that have equalizers built in, but for some reason with the OnePlus Nord N200, the equalizer with the Bowers & Wilkins is absolutely fantastic. And it is just one that I had to follow. It just happens that I got another device in for myself, and it just happens that the Bowers & Wilkins sound incredible with this device. Now, the funny part is, that device here is 200 bucks. This is 1100, almost 800. These are all from the same brand. These are all OnePlus. And I'm surprised that the lower cost, the one that costs 216 bucks, sounds the best with the Bowers & Wilkins. That is strange. The sound quality on the device, the sound quality from the earbuds when pairing with a certain device, I noticed this a long time ago. When I paired it with the V60, I paired it with the Velvet. I paired it with all these different devices that I have because I'm actually smartphoneconversations.com. That's the plug. Be sure to check that out for the latest post. But I review and purchase a bunch of different things. So earbuds is probably my second thing that I spend the most money on or get a lot in for review. And these Bowers & Wilkins, I think they've kind of proven themselves to bump themselves up a slot from my current catalog of earbuds. And I'm one to just come straight out and say it. I'm not going to say I was quote unquote wrong, but it just took a combination with these earbuds for me to really enjoy them and to see that beautiful Sigma lens, to see that these have so much potential to becoming the best set of earbuds that I actually own. Now that I've got the phone that I like to use it with, the equalizer set right, the Bowers & Wilkins has jumped above my Sony's XM3s. Now, the reason being is because, now it took a lot to get to this point. Now, the Sonys obviously have an equalizer in their app, and then if you pair it with a device that has an equalizer, they're going to sound even better. But the Sonys are a little bit more big. They're a little bigger than these, a little bit more clunky in the ear. And again, I'm going on what I have right now. Again, I don't have the XM4s. I do plan on getting them. They only cost $280. I plan on getting those. But for now, the Bowers & Wilkins have kind of moved to that #1 slot for sound quality, or kind of a complete sound quality package. And it took a $216 device to help me get there. So what does that mean about all the other earbuds in my catalog? Doesn't mean they're bad at all. It just means that I kind of favor these earbuds when listening to them with the OnePlus Nord N200. The sound is so complete, and the sound is so good. I'll probably test these out with a lot more devices. I have a lot of devices, and I've got a bunch of new devices in, but it just kind of caught me off guard. And so I thought, man, this is about 2 months for me. I'll talk about it in this. I wanted to be sure, because saying that something sounds better than my Sony XM3s, it takes a lot. So that means that these sound really good. And yes, I did get there based on some tweaks on the device itself, but I got there. So how do I feel about the application for the Bowers & Wilkins? I still feel the same. I feel the same. That doesn't change. Just because I like the way these sound and I'm kind of moving them up the ranks a little bit, doesn't mean that the application is now perfect. The application, to me, still needs more work. And the active noise canceling, well, just switching it on and turning off auto helps a little bit. These do cancel out sound a little bit. Still not better than the Sonys, and still not better than some other devices that I have that are earbuds. However, the sound quality does it all for me. I've always liked phone calls on the Bowers & Wilkins. I just needed more sound out of them to get me to make me say, wow. And now that I have that, what do I do next? Well, I get more earbuds in. Now, there is another set of earbuds that I got in, and they are the Soundpeats, the new Soundpeats. Whew, they sound good. They are loaded with bass. They are flat out fantastic, and they only cost $80, and they sound fantastic for the price. But nonetheless, this is about the Bowers & Wilkins. And the Bowers & Wilkins, they sound great, man. Now that I'm getting what I want out of them, I'm really happy with it. I wasn't not happy the first time. It's just those things kind of overshadowed me getting into the earbuds and really starting to and really trying to enjoy them. But $399 is the price. If it's not $399 anymore, but recording this video in July, I'm hoping that you guys get a chance to experience. If you're a real audiophile, you'll probably spend that $400 on the Bowers & Wilkins Pi7s, or you'll just drop down and get the $250 versions, the Pi5s. But I say to you this: those of you guys who are interested in the Bowers & Wilkins Pi7s, if you don't have to spend $399 plus tax, don't do it. Go ahead and find them secondhand if you want to. Some people are finding them discounted, but I highly recommend that you check these out. Now, I'm not saying that this is the only phone that you can tweak these and get a good combination with. I'm just saying, for me, finally, I found that middle ground that takes these earbuds to the next level. And this phone helped me get there. And if you know me, again, I have a lot of earbuds. I have a lot of phones. I'm very strong on audio, and I'm very strong on pricing because I'm always trying to look for the best deal for my consumers, people that watch me. If you're not interested in the Bowers & Wilkins, I've got plenty of earbuds on the channel that you can get for under 50 bucks. There's a ton of them with great sound. Will they sound like the Bowers & Wilkins? Probably not, but you'll still get quality sound. Just depends on what you want. And one feature that I have yet to test out is the Bluetooth where you plug in the Type-C to the car. I don't think I'll ever use that. I'm a real consumer, and I consider myself to give more straightforward and honest conversation style reviews because I can't hand these over to you and tell you, ooh, listen to this. So you just have to take my word for it when I'm doing a review or something like this. But nonetheless, I think this is the best way to get the message across to you, is to just tell you directly like this. But I haven't used that feature when you plug it in. Some people bring those features up to kind of defend. In those other past videos that I've seen, where I've seen some people saying, oh, you didn't talk about this, or you didn't test that out, or, that's a killer feature too. To me, I think some people are still in that mode of defending why they spent the money on these. If I'm critiquing them really hard, but I think you should want me to critique these really hard and really pick them apart. Not testing one feature doesn't mean that I don't care about it as a whole. It's not something that I would use, and I didn't buy these for that feature. That's just, to me, another selling point for Bowers & Wilkins to tell you that it can do it. Most consumers buying these right here probably won't use that feature. I didn't say all. I said most consumers will even forget it's there. So I don't need a Bluetooth transmitter. I've got wireless Android Auto in my car. I've got wireless CarPlay. I have 21 vehicles, so they're loaded. I don't feel the need to use these as a kind of wireless transmitter. In my house, everything, I'm just wireless everywhere. So, but that is a cool feature. It's a cool feature. The wireless charging, I don't use that either. I want these for sound quality. I don't care about all those other little side knick-knack things. I have plenty of earbuds that have wireless charging. Most of my phones have wireless charging. I don't use it. I just plug in, straight to the point. So the Bowers & Wilkins, if you were on the fence about getting them, it depends on strongly what device you're using. Now, I know you don't have the luxury like I do probably to have over 100 or 200 phones that you can just walk in and pick a phone up every day and use it. But reality is, I found, and this is no sales pitch for people to try to get you to buy this phone right here. But again, this is the OnePlus Nord N200. So if you, in fact, just happen to have the Pi7s and the OnePlus Nord N200, pair them together, adjust the equalizer to your ears, and I guarantee you're going to fall in love with these Pi7s, if you weren't already. And I wasn't in love with them. However, fantastic quality, and I have officially moved them up the ranks. I need to get my hands on the, it's so weird because I can just go and buy them, but I try to not spread myself too thin when it comes to reviewing products, and Lord knows I have a ton of products to review. I'm thankful. But I like to keep it as straightforward as possible. So the Bowers & Wilkins Pi7s, folks, these are great. And yes, they cost $400. And just because I found a combination that works for me, I'm still not going to recommend you go out and spend $400. Because I just said, these are for those people who are, this video and all these videos on the Bowers & Wilkins, for people who are on the fence or just really trying to decide whether or not they want these earbuds. I'm here to tell you that it is going to come down to the device that you're using. And it's not just this device that'll make them sound good. I have pretty much all price ranges of devices, and it just so happens that the $216 device, they sound great. So if ever I do a meet and greet I did a meet and greet twice already, and it was great. Bought coffee, food for the people. We hung out, my dime. But if I ever do that again, what I do is I bring a bunch of devices that people probably can't get their hands on, and I would definitely bring some extra tips earbuds and have people sample these. They're going to say, wow. And then I'll bring other earbuds that are 50 bucks. They'll say, wow. It just depends on the device, what music you listen to. A whole bunch goes into getting what I would consider quality sound. And with little tweaks, I got these where I want them. So it's your man Jay. Bowers & Wilkins fans, rejoice. I'm humble enough to say it. I'll admittedly move them above my XM3s. But remember, the XM4s are out. I need to get them. No, I'm not buying the Beats, Dre. They're only 150 bucks. I'm not interested in Beats. I just don't support that brand. If I get those, they'll probably give them to me as a gift, or I got them in for a review, or I doubt they'll send them to me because the last pair of Beats that I purchased, they sucked. But that was a long time ago. Nonetheless, Bowers & Wilkins, I'm a fan. Take care, it's your man Jay. See you in the next one.